What's up guys, welcome back. OCG Metagame Breakdown, July 12th, 2017. The videos will contain, or at least will be in like two parts. In the first part we'll talk about the most recent article on Road of the King website of his analysis of past weekend from the OCG Metagame. And second part will be more casual oriented with mostly deck lists from the new set Circuit Break, since as you will see in a few moments and also see in the title here, the impact of Circuit Break, which is of course a new set. It was released last weekend here in the OCG, and the impact of Circuit Break was very minimal, as you will see in a few moments. So first of all, competitively speaking, let's take a quick look at the article of Road of the King and his percentages. Nothing too spectacular, I believe. True Draco, even with the most recent OCG list, you know, Masterpiece 2-1, Terraforming 2-2, the True King Field spell also put to 1. True Draco is still the deck to beat. You know, the deck, or at least currently, and I agree, the deck that's currently the best deck in the OCG is the Invoked Spellbook True Draco list. I will again show a couple of lists here in the background, but again, for most obvious reasons, Masterpiece is still great. It has a draw engine in the form of the new spellbook. Again, a very solid engine, especially with like the Draco, the small True Draco monsters, still searches like a lot of continuous spells and traps. But as you see here in the list, one of the most, I believe indeed first place, cards like Shaken Game. Shaken Game is still at 3 in the OCG, and same with big motherfucker Skill Drain. Skill Drain is also still at 3 in the OCG. Again, it's an excellent card against, you know, pretty much against today's format, right? Against Oviraptor, against dinosaurs, excellent card to negate their effects. Same against Invoked to negate Alistair. Skill Drain is just a solid card in general, especially for True Dracos, right? Again, a continuous trap. This particular list also decided to main deck the old Masterpiece. I believe it's called Metaltron. You know, since Masterpiece is put to 1, and you know, when Metaltron leaves the field, you can special summon, for example, your Nateria Exterio from your extra deck. So, good tech. We might see more of this card popping up really soon. But again, it's easily outed with other cards. That's pretty much, again, the first place. Second place is a deck that we, have seen popping up in the top 5, either on the second place or third place, but I think never first place or tied with True Draco, is Dinosaurs. 2 engines or 2 possibilities here is something we already know. Dinosaur Yang Zing hybrid, since again very fast, at least, yeah, a lot of shenanigans plays here with the Yang Zing builds. But then again, other builds, as you see here, was third place. He's also playing, at least this player is also playing, the double evolution pill at 3, increasing its chances to victory of going second. Again, immediately special summoning your Conductor Tyranno from your deck is, and yeah, to of course threaten your opponent, is a very nice play. He's also opting to main deck, finally something from Circuit Break. And we all know the new Exciter Knight trap card 2.0 Struggling Battle. This player decides to main deck triple Struggling Battle, which seems dangerous, or you know, this is still the early weekend, the first weekend, so you know people could expect it. I think, as I mentioned before a couple of weeks ago in my video about this new card, Struggling Battle is a psychological aspect, is going to be very important with this card. Is my opponent main decking it, or is he possibly side decking it? So again, very important if you're going into game number 2 or 3, but this player just didn't care, slept in 3 of this card in his main deck. But as the article also mentions, is that from Circuit Break, the only card that's like making an impact, at least on competitive level, is Struggling Battle. Struggling Battle is most of the time just being side-decked against like stunish builds, like, you know, True Dracos. Also, the Demise build is seeing more plays, but more play. But you know, a card of Demise has been put to 2 on the most recent OCG ban list. ABCs, as you see here, is also a deck again gaining popularity compared to last week. And we see ABC sitting at about 16%, which is kinda a lot, right? And a couple of interesting things here about this build is that this player decided to play also one of the new cards from Circuit Break, and the card is called, you know, Destrudo, the Dead Drake of Dread, I believe its name is. And it's a tuner. And you see here in his list that he's also playing something like, yeah, Ravine, Dragon's Ravine, which you know can be searched off if you're terraforming or set rotation. And your Dragon's Ravine, that's the advantage, your Dragon's Ravine can send that, that Drake of Dread from your deck to the grave, and then upon normal summon of your A, B or C, you can immediately revive your Dread to the field and go for the level 7 Synchro play. Go for Ancient Fairy Dragon and, you know, search another field spell from your deck and go from there. So a very nice deck card. Highly excited to see this deck developing again throughout the next week. Lancia, again, very popular tech card past weekend, you know, against something like Invoked. Then 4th place, yeah, Dinosaur Yangzing, again, still like the deck, also pretty much a deck to beat, right? Here about 18 to 19% rogue decks, as we see. And then let's switch to the YgoPro organization websites with more, at least other tournaments, more casual tournaments as well. We see Clifford popping up as well, but yeah, outside of that, I'll leave links in the video description, yeah, from the Facebook pages like Ready for Duel, also has a lot of deck lists, but the impact of Circuit Break on competitive level, as we just saw, was very, very minimal. It's most of the time just on locals level, you know, people or players preferring, or at least, yeah, playing the new decks, wanting them to try out the new archetype and just play testing, right? And still, that's something to keep in mind. This was just the first weekend of the new set Circuit Break being released. Nobody had access, or, you know, yeah, players are still looking for the cards, right? But it's still very interesting to see how players are playing these new decks. Tricksters as well, with something like Invoked. Metaphys, we saw a couple of lists popping up on, I believe, Ready for Duel website, on Facebook page, on Facebook, of course, but still, yeah, locals level, right? So nothing highly competitive. Then again, Metaphys is a strong deck, has a very strong core, but it's still very, very vulnerable to disruption. It definitely needs more support. And as you know, in the OCG, the deck has access to triple Cosmos and triple Dimensional Fissure. And then for the rest, yeah, we see a Nimble list popping up here with the new Master Boy, the Link 2 Water Monster as well. Vullets, we also have one Vullet list next to the Altergeist as well, but the new archetypes from Circuit Break pretty much all suffer the same fate. They are just not strong enough to compete with, you know, the current top tier decks, and yeah, that's the big problem, right? The whole link mechanic is just, for the moment, at this moment, not strong enough to compete, and it's still very or at least you have to invest a lot of resources to go for your Link summon. Let's take Vullet, for example. I mean, to go for your Vullet Dragon, your Link 4, I believe, it needs a lot of resources, and sadly, these Vullet monsters don't trigger when they are used for a Link summon. They only trigger when they are destroyed. So again, that's the problem. They are asking, or at least Link summon is asking a lot of resources for like a weak boss monster, since it's not like a towers point, at least, yeah, a towers monster that you're going to summon off of your Link summon. So yeah, Altergeist, same. We see a couple of lists popping up of Altergeist, you know, spellcasters, so they can also run the spellbook engine, but the big problem of Altergeist is they need more board presence, they need more special summons. I believe their high level monster, I believe it's level 5, is the only one that can special summon itself, if I'm not mistaken. So again, very, very slow. They definitely need more and more support. And last, yeah, an archetype that I didn't play, or at least that I haven't playtested myself yet, still waiting on the on YgoPro to be updated, but the crawler cards, like Flips, etc., like Subterrors, it's very slow, but yeah, I still have to test out crawlers myself. So to conclude this week, our last weekend's OCG metagame breakdown, again the impact of circuit break is very minimal, which is understandable. Again, first weekend, first release, but it's still very interesting to see how these deck lists, or at least how OCG players are playing the new cards here, to see their deck lists. But a card like Struggling Battle and that Destrudo are, I think, the only cards that are currently at the moment are seeing competitive play. But still, first weekend, so let's see how it's going to be next week. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.